Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to continue with inverse trig functions. How do we find inverse trig functions? So, just to review from day one, remember we have our right triangle, and we are able to find sine, cosine, and theta. But how about if I have sine inverse, or cosine inverse, or tangent inverse? So we're going to look at special cases. If we have sine inverse, now we're going to end up looking at this. Make sure you end up pausing the video so you can write down their table for sine. So sine inverse, what you're going to do is rewrite it as sine theta equals x. And your boundaries for sine inverse is from negative pi over 2 less than or equal to the angle, which is the angle has to be less than or equal to pi over 2. So it has to be between negative pi over 2 and pi over 2. Or if you're thinking about degrees, it has to be between 90 degrees, negative 90, okay, sorry, negative 90 and positive 90. So your angle has to be between those values. And so use the values to find your angle theta. So what you're going to do is actually kind of look at your y if you want to think about that one. You're going to look at these values and you are looking for your theta. That's what you're looking for. Okay? We'll do some examples so you're able to understand. Same thing, the way sine works, cosine works, the inverse cosine, okay? But here, our values are between 0 and pi, or in terms of angle measurement, they're between 0 and 180 degrees, okay? Same thing, you're going to look at your cosine theta right here, and you are looking for your angle, okay? Don't forget to pause the video so you're able to write down that table. So now you have two tables, and then the last one is tangent. Okay, we have tangent inverse. Tangent inverse, the limits are actually just like sine, except for it cannot be equal to 90 degrees. So it has to be between negative 90 and 90 degrees, but it cannot equal. Whereas sine, it can equal. That's why you don't see negative pi over 2 or pi over 2. You only see comes up to negative pi over 3 all the way to pi over 3. Okay, because where it's negative pi over 2 and pi over 2, that would be undefined. Again, you're looking at your values of tangent theta, trying to find your angle. So let's look at some examples. First example we're going to look at is when sine of theta so what we have is that sine inverse equal to negative square root of 3 over 2. Okay? Let me just make this a little bit smaller. So first step was, remember, first step is to write it as sine theta equals square root of 3 over 2. Okay? So you're doing the reverse. You're finding the angle. Okay? And now that's where the table comes into play, where you go back. Okay? You guys have the table written down. I'm going to go back so you're able to see Remember, we have the value of negative square root of 3 root of 2. So we're looking at these right here. Okay? So I'm looking for negative square root of 3 over 2. Here it is. What is the angle theta? The angle theta is negative pi over 3. So theta is equal to negative pi over 3. And that's it. We have that first answer. Okay? Remember, we are looking for theta. Let's do one with cosine inverse. Okay? So I have the cosine inverse of negative 1. Okay? First step, we rewrite it as cosine theta equals, actually, let me do. Okay. Go to our table with cosine. Okay. And we're looking for negative 1. Here is negative 1. So cosine theta negative 1 is equal to pi. So that's our answer. So I know I did it already, step number 2. Step number 1 is theta equals cosine negative 1, negative. First, second, and then third, looking at the table to find out what theta equals. Okay, let's do one with tangent. So I have tangent inverse, and now I want to find the tangent inverse of square root of 3 over 3. What's the first step? So you have theta equals over square root of 3 over 3, right? Step 2 is to rewrite this as tangent theta equals square root of 3 over 3. And now what are we going to do? We're going to go back and look at our table. Look at tangent. Here's tangent. Square root of 3, positive square root of 3 over 3. What is your angle? Your angle is pi over 6. So step 3, look at the table. And we found that theta equals pi over. Okay? Make sure you write down the table. Hopefully that helps, and it should be, now you should do your homework and it should be pretty